ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Punt Pass Parlay podcast. Today is April 25th, Sunday, and I have with me Philip, Neo, and Danny, and we have Ryan back today. Glad to have him back. We're going to go over, the biggest sports talk right now. Hope you guys comment, like, and subscribe, but let's get started. So, and still.
And still, the Nigerian nightmare.
Second round, pure knockout.
Oh, it was
Put him on cold.
clean. You seen the slow-mo where all the sweat just blowing off of him?
Yeah, I didn't watch the fight, but I went back and watched all the highlights. And that was a brutal knockout. I mean, he led all the way into that right. He was out before he hit the ground. He was out on his feet. You saw he was just like, I'm done.
I saw where somebody was talking about, imagine you're sitting front row, you land that hit, and you just get hit with sweat. But they had the splash zone going to UFC last night.
That's so worth paying. If you were there, worth it. People got knocked out so hard.
You didn't think that pay-per-view was worth the money?
Oh, I didn't watch it. No, I was saying, I wouldn't be front row right there getting sweat in my mouth.
Bro, I'd happily take the sweat in my mouth.
Over happily.
On that shot?
Yeah, that was a beautiful right hand.
Hey, that's first pay-per-view back with fans?
Yeah.
Dana White said they set a record for that stadium. They made $3.3 million at the gate. Boy, UFC got rich last night.
Fans were cheering, fuck Jake Paul.
Hell yeah.
That was, you see where him and DC was about to get in a scuffle?
No, I did not.
That's what started the whole thing.
Oh, really?
DC, Jake Paul was sitting right up against the gate, and I guess DC was walking by, and they started going back and forth.
DC would absolutely maul that kid.
Maybe an MMA fight.
No, even boxing.
Even boxing.
Boxing, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't know. If he just goes against a striker, he'll lose.
DC can't stand up.
Isn't that the argument though?
The best thing about DC is you have to fear that takedown.
I mean, didn't he knock out Stipe?
He did knock out Stipe, but I'm saying in MMA though, you're not just thinking all right, hands up with the fat ass gloves on.
Mm-hmm.
You're thinking hey, this dude a wrestler. He might take me down. So yeah, protect your legs. And then that overhand right, your jaw detached from the rest of your face.
He said it detached.
So I mean, if it's just straight stand up, you ain't worried about DC taking you down. I don't think it's that good. Just straight boxing.
So you'd take Jake Paul?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll put my money in a boxing match on Jake Paul over DC.
That's wild.
That's laughable.
Now, if they put in an octagon, Jake Paul might die. He might throw him over the cage.
I can't wait for a boxer to just shut Jake up.
Just like somebody who's actually I strike people for a living. Just punch him in the face.
I don't know that he'll ever move.
Welcome to my world. I
don't know. But
he's over here just making names. Fighting people that aren't really good.
I mean,
come on, Nate Robinson, an NBA player.
Well,
really?
hold on. Nate Robinson wanted to fight him, and Nate Robinson got beat up. So, Nate Robinson called him out too.
I just love how Jake Paul really has the MMA community just tore up.
So mad.
They can't deal with him.
Then it's I'm gonna have to take legal action. Stop fighting my people under contract.
There's probably so many people in attendance at that stadium that you could mess with, and it's he's just right there, and everybody goes at him.
No one likes Jake Paul, so.
That's true, but he'll piece up some people.
You can't fault his method. He's getting his name out there.
He's definitely playing a character and getting money.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Still don't like him.
I mean, Floyd's done it for years.
Yeah.
Who?
Floyd played that role for a long time. Got him money. Connor's played that role and got a ton of money.
Perfectly. No one's played it better.
You just talk shit. Floyd played it way better.
No, Connor played way.
Has Connor ever been the highest paid athlete for an entire year?
Well, boxers get paid more.
So he ain't played it better.
Yeah.
He wanted. Did you watch McGregor and Mayweather? The promo was all McGregor.
Mayweather made
let me tell you,
$150 million more on that fight than Conor
people
did. He
paid
played
to
it
watch Conor McGregor, not to watch Floyd Mayweather.
They pay to see Mayweather lose.
Yeah.
Mayweather's whole thing is you pay to see him lose.
Yeah.
It's just he's never had somebody as good of a promoter with him.
So
The name Mayweather alone is its own promotion.
really, because he's gonna fight Logan Paul and he ain't gonna do Conor McGregor numbers.
Yeah, you ain't gonna do Conor McGregor
So
numbers
okay,
because
so you're just
I'm
selling
saying
my
he's
point.
never fought another
You're just selling
promoter.
my point right now.
he's still gonna make far more than Conor's ever made
Yeah,
in a
but-
single fight.
Like an actual fighter. Like Jake Paul isn't like a fighter. Conor McGregor was a fighter. He's very well known. So you know. it's
Conor
gonna
McGregor
promote
also
better.
brought the whole MMA community.
True.
Conor McGregor
Logan
brought
Paul
everyone.
is not. Logan Paul's not bringing a community with him
It sounds
other
like
than the
YouTube.
damn 13-year-olds on YouTube. So it's like Mayweather got to get the other community involved too.
Just saying, Conor McGregor's a bigger star than Mayweather ever was.
That's false.
That
Because
is
Conor
true.
McGregor has never made $250 million fighting one time in a year.
You can, I mean, boxers just make more money. That's like saying
So why Conor not box more?
baseball players make more money than football players, but football players are more popular by far.
It depends.
That's
On,
so
it
true.
depends
That's
on
true.
That's so
all
true.
because in baseball it is a more 1%. Football, everybody's salaries are a lot closer in baseball. Baseball, you got dudes like Mookie Betts and Mike Trout making $500 million contracts, but other guys on the roster aren't making that. The biggest names in baseball, who are the most recognizable, make that money. Not everybody though.
Yeah, that's
It's the same thing with boxing.
Yeah, but Mayweather far
No, Conor McGregor
Far
definitely
outdoes
no,
Conor.
No,
Promotion.
In money, no, not a promotion.
He's got his own
Dude, Conor.
brand. He is
I
his
mean,
own brand.
the
Like
one thing I will say. I do like when it comes to the news. Conor McGregor does come up quicker than Floyd.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
because he's always doing dumb shit.
That's how you promote yourself.
Like,
He's
That's how you
promoting.
get in jail.
That's how you promote yourself. So does Floyd Mayweather.
He's been arrested like 3 times.
Just because he's been arrested, that means
I mean, John
He's
Jones,
what?
he got caught doing cocaine a couple times. I still show up for him.
Hey, that's because he's the baddest man on the planet.
No, I still show up for John Jones.
I'll never forget him and DC going back and forth. He was talking about, I came off of 2 weeks straight cocaine. I whooped your ass in the.
Well, that's nothing to brag about.
That's
I mean,
everything to brag
No.
about when
You
you
see
competing
fight
with the
like-
best in the world. Like,
No, that's nothing.
I ain't even trained for
I
real.
was just addicted to cocaine for 2 weeks. I can't whoop your ass. Like,
I'm over here fighting addiction, like doing drugs, and I could still beat you. Imagine if I wasn't doing all that.
wild.
Imagine if I was really putting in the time, just take care of myself.
Be unstoppable. Oh yeah, Wyman broke his leg.
He did.
That was so
Disgusting.
that crack.
He didn't even feel it.
no. That's the thing.
He
That's the
didn't
thing
feel
that
it.
gets me. It's like he didn't feel it until he tried to step
yeah,
on it.
He tried
and
to
then-
break it.
And then it just did the little. I was like,
Did you see like
Folded
did you
chair.
see the part in his leg where it broke? How like it just sunk in and it was like it went dark because it was like there's nothing here.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, that's just
that shit is painful to watch.
no. Like his adrenaline had to be so high to not feel it because you saw it on the impact. Like his leg wrapped, like oh it broke, and then when he pulled it back, I was like, does he feel it? And he tried to stand
He
up.
tried
Like
to stand on
did
it.
not.
I mean, they also try to callus up their like legs and stuff. Like, you know, a normal person gets kicked in the shin. Like,
Shit hurt.
yeah, for them, they hit everything with their shin.
Yeah,
They'll kick another dude in the skull with their shin. They don't feel it.
that's true. But yeah, that's crazy. Years ago, Silva.
I,
And now he's on the
Weidman.
opposite side.
I just wonder if he'll hang it up after that.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got to.
he has to.
I mean-
he's what 35.
I mean, Silva is kind of a different animal in that he just did not want to stop fighting, and he had just he had the title at that time,
Yeah, well,
so it
Silva
was different. He was
never got back to.
he
being
was
Silva.
coming off
Yeah.
of his peak, whereas Weidman's already peaked and he's gone back down.
Still has Silva.
Well,
Ever
yeah,
since he
but,
lost to
but at
Weidman.
the time that Silva broke his leg, he was
was-
still technically on the mountain
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
he lost the belt in that
Yeah.
fight. And so, I mean, I get him coming back. Like,
Yeah, Weidman's
maybe if
not-
I didn't
Yeah.
break my leg, like, I would still have my belt. But,
Mhm.
and
Oh,
then, I
Weidman.
mean, since then, he's gone way down. But Weidman's not up there at that level anymore.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, I just have to hang it up after that. like I'm just saying, like at his age,
Uriah
my
Hall.
accomplishments, like I'm out of here, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uriah Hall didn't even throw a punch. He just
Dude,
checked
Yeah,
it.
that's
He looked like he was traumatized.
Oh yeah, he did.
Man, he looked.
I would be
because he
too.
probably
He looked
felt
tore
that on his leg. Like he probably felt it
Yeah,
snap.
he
and was
probably
like,
felt
But I
Oh,
don't think
snap.
God.
I don't think
He felt
he
his
saw
toe.
it until he stepped down too.
Yeah.
yeah,
Because they kind of like showed how he was looking when he tried to step, and he saw his leg. You know, he was tore up.
That's crazy.
Anthony Smith right before that tore up that one dude's leg when that knee kick. He kicked him in the knee, and like everything from knee down went numb.
Oh,
On
the
his
first
left
fight,
leg.
Yeah.
I mean, they think maybe ligament damage. At first they talked about a nerve, but
Yeah, something.
I don't know. That knee was that leg was toast after that kick. Then Rose.
Rose. Yeah.
Doug
With the beautiful
Rose.
kick to the head, knocked her out.
I really thought Wei Lee was gonna.
I thought the fight was.
I
Gonna
thought
go
it was
the
gonna be a
distance.
battle,
Yeah,
but
I
I
thought
thought
too.
Wei Lee was gonna win it.
Yeah, it was a 50-50. I thought it would go back and forth, but Doug Rose had none of it. Absolutely put her out.
She just with the kick itself, like Wei Lee was not thinking she was going high with it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Cause you
I
saw
it.
her
I
her
saw it.
whole guard drop.
Yeah.
She was
and
like,
then
she
that
went,
thing
she, went,
just
she went like
boom.
down, and then all you saw was the foot just.
Yeah.
I saw that. I was like, damn, that was a nice kick.
It's gotta be embarrassing.
Get kicked like that on national
I'm
television.
telling you, I would never be able to fight again if I got kicked in the head. If your foot hits me in the face, I'm retiring.
That's how I feel. Like if somebody's able to kick me in the face, like one, you're too good at this fighting thing because you got your foot from the ground in my face before I could react. That's not good for me. Secondly, like I just got kicked in the face. Like I don't want to fight anymore.
In a way that she instantly went down after, I'm like, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's
She
just
was out.
disrespectful.
He said disrespectful. Like, whoa.
She said she wasn't out too after post fight.
Yeah,
but
she was really trying to fight that.
I think she was still out during the interview. Honestly.
She was really trying to get up, talking about I wasn't out. Like,
Yeah.
what were you were in the in between then? Like,
Yeah.
The in between.
that's like when you'll be sitting at your school desk, like social studies. You're like, I ain't out, but I ain't in it either.
Oh man, he said the in between. Whew, that's funny.
It's just, it was probably the best card.
Oh
I've
yeah, for
seen.
sure.
Or
All
at
the
least
fights were good.
the best execution.
Yeah.
I mean, the card itself was great too, but
Hmm.
I mean, you got the 3 title fights. One changed hands, but no fight to go past the second round. It's incredible.
Yeah, no fight went past the second round. Did it? No.
The Anthony Smith fight, it got stopped at the end of the second, I believe.
Didn't Shevchenko and Andrade go to the second round? It was a second round TKO.
I think they were. Yeah, I think it was second round TKO.
Yeah. So
And then Rose was first round.
first round.
Usman was second round.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
UFC did
Put
it perfect.
Gamebred out. First time he got knocked out.
And he was out.
Yeah.
Hey, he took the interview well though.
Yeah.
I mean, he said, "Dude's got my number. He's a better man." Like, I mean, after he beat you twice, it's really hard to argue.
For sure.
But I think at this point now he's in a tough spot in his career.
Yeah, because you look back at his career, and really the only thing that stands out is his knee to Ben Askren.
I mean, he's had some he's had some really
He-
great fights. It's
He
just
beat Darren Till as well and knocked him out.
as long as Usman is the champion, I don't see that there's a way he can challenge for it.
Yeah.
It's like Usman's 2-0'd him now. Are you
Yeah.
really gonna try to run that fight back?
I mean,
By the time you
Third
would
time's
get
a charm.
around, by the time you get around to like maybe challenge it again, he's gonna be so many years.
Yeah, I
It's
think-
gonna have to be a couple years down the
His
road,
best days are
and
behind
he
him.
would be retired by then.
Yeah. I think we
Dude,
see.
I mean, the only thing that would help him is if Usman lost the title, and I think Colby Covington would have a good shot at taking it.
No, see, well, that's the next fight for
I
Usman.
think
That's
they
awesome.
going back and watching that fight.
It was close.
It was close, but
But it looks like Usman got way better at striking.
yeah.
So I think Usman knocks out Covington. Again.
This
time
breaks
early.
his jaw again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't go to the 5th round. Maybe 3rd round TKO for Usman.
Yeah,
Man.
but I think it's just the overall risk of Colby being able to take him down too,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't think either of them, up until their fight together, had ever been taken down.
Well, Usman still hasn't been taken down. 100% takedown defense.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
But I think going into that fight, you have to think like, oh, he's watching, like,
Mm-hmm.
make sure he doesn't get taken down. I feel like that's something he actually cares about.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you can score big points with takedowns.
You-
You can win a fight.
22-1. He 23 fights right now,
Mm-hmm.
never been taken down. That's insane.
So, how many fights in a row has he won? 14, 15?
22? Oh no, 14. 14.
14.
My fault.
Do we see anyone beating Usman?
No.
No.
He's 19-1 right now.
Is he 19-1? Oh, I thought he was
I just looked
20-something.
19-1.
Who's in the welterweight division? He's a welterweight, right?
Jorge, Colby, Leon Edwards, Nate Diaz and Leon Edwards are gonna fight soon. They mentioned Nick Diaz might be coming back. Gilbert Burns, but Usman's pieced them all up.
Maybe someone's got to move weight to take him down.
Who's gonna move though?
Someone's gonna
Someone.
want. Someone's gonna want that.
He did mention that he would move up a weight class, but only if Adesanya wasn't champion.
They want to keep the whole
'Cause him
Africa
and-
being champion.
Yeah, and I think they're
respect it.
buddies anyways.
Yeah, because we saw Francis Ngannou there in his corner as well.
God, he is scary.
Ngannou, yeah.
Yeah. I heard his press conference after the fight. They were asking him like how he felt about having Ngannou there with him. He was like, "Hey, I knew if we was walking in the hall, somebody tried to come up on us or somebody was talking crazy, I could just put them on him.
I just put them on.
Well, you got the heavyweight champion in your corner, like, come at me." Got two of the baddest dudes from Africa.
Maybe someone from lightweight moves up.
Who's gonna move up though?
Poirier, Gaethje. Those are all
I mean, they're
Interesting
going after
fights.
they're going after the
for the
lightweight belt
title.
though.
Yeah.
They're gonna focus there. Although Poirier did say something to Conor this morning
Oh yeah.
about fighting at 170. But Conor said no. I don't think Conor would be smart not to go up in weight.
Yeah.
He's fought at 170, hasn't he?
Nate Diaz, the fight that he lost to Nate.
Hmm.
Then they went back down to 155 and he got the split decision or whatever.
I can see Connor moving up. But
I
he's got to
can't.
focus on Poirier.
The best thing about him at 155 is he's normally bigger than most guys. You go up to 170, a guy like Usman's gonna make him look small.
Yeah. That's true.
Well, if Usman decides to strike with Connor, I think Connor can take him striking. The only thing is if
Usman's not gonna sit there and strike.
yeah,
with him, no.
if they wrestle, then Connor's can't.
I mean, Usman's style fits like Khabib's style,
Yeah.
but I think Usman's also a better striker than Khabib.
Oh yeah.
So you'd have to fear stand up striker. I think he's better than Khabib.
Nah, I'd go Khabib for sure.
Really,
Yeah.
I don't know. I never really saw much of Khabib standing.
No.
He would always get guys to the ground and just ground and pound like crazy.
Unbelievable stamina. He just keep him down there forever.
Yeah.
He just changed guards all day. It's like,
I mean, he would just tire you out. First round, you're exhausted. You carried this man's weight on you for 3 to 5 minutes.
What's the next UFC card? Someone's Nate Diaz, but I don't care about Nate Diaz, honestly.
I think Nate and Leon Edwards is the next one, but I don't think they're the main.
No, Michael Chandler and someone else. Charles Oliveira.
Okay.
Tony Ferguson's on the card as well, which he hasn't been the
They're
same.
lightweight, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Oliveira. They've talked about Oliveira and Poirier going for the title. So I think if Oliveira wins,
I think Oliveira wins that.
Poirier wins against Conor again, then they go for the belt.
Whoa. Connor's winning.
Conor's definitely not winning. And if Connor wins, it will kind of mess up like the belt, because you're not putting Connor.
They'll
right
strap
now for
him.
the belt.
Bro, strap him already.
No. For what?
One on one arm, one on the other.
For beating
what?
Poirier?
Bro,
No.
why are you hating?
Yeah.
What has he done to deserve a belt at this point?
Win.
Win, yeah.
Beat Poirier.
Bro, his last win was against Cowboy Cerrone, who is like 87 now. Bro is old as hell. Half his body don't work because he broke every bone in it.
That's fine.
He ain't done nothing since then. How many times he even fought since then? That's been forever ago.
Yeah, it has been forever.
Fought with Poirier, got his shit lit up.
Well,
Yeah.
that's all of UFC, boys.
Yeah. In other news, the Chiefs traded for offensive tackle Orlando Brown.
They needed it.
So, are they back to Super Bowl form?
No.
No.
They've never left Super Bowl
They
form.
never left. Yeah.
I don't know what you guys were
What the
talking
hell do
about.
you mean?
Yeah. As so long as Patrick Mahomes is there.
Nah.
And Patrick Mahomes is there for the next like
Yeah.
10 years.
So long as Mahomes, Kelsey, Hill are all there.
Not if they don't keep shoring up the offensive line.
Yeah.
Bro,
They addressed one of the pieces. They're still missing a huge one at tackle.
we talk about the whole offensive line situation, but we forget.
Mahomes can run and do what
That
he
is not
does.
effective.
But how did that look when they were in the Super Bowl
See, that's what I'm saying.
without their offensive
They
line?
were in the Super Bowl. They're still a Super Bowl team.
But they didn't lose Eric Fisher till
They're
right at the
still a
end.
Super
I know.
Bowl team.
No,
They
but
didn't lose Fisher
Everyone's
till the
talk-
end.
Everyone's talking about they need help on the offensive line, but the only time we saw their offensive line go to shit was in the Super Bowl.
But
They
that's
didn't
when they
score a
lost everybody.
touchdown.
That's fine.
before
That's
that,
against Tom
everybody was
Brady
so
and the
weird.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Anybody else could have scored a touchdown there.
Jameis Winston scored a touchdown.
Jameis scored a touchdown there.
When he was
Aaron
he
Rodgers
threw
put up a
touchdown.
couple touchdowns on him.
Okay, that's fine.
Heineke put up touchdowns on him.
But you're talking.
Patrick Mahomes couldn't score.
That's fine. We're talking about.
That's not fine.
We're talking about the Chiefs getting blown out in the Super Bowl.
Washington
And
stood
now,
a better
now,
chance
now we're
against
saying
Tampa.
now you guys are saying they're not a Super Bowl team because they were blown out in the Super Bowl.
I'm not saying that they're not. What I'm saying is like,
I'm saying
they played in the Super Bowl without their tackles, and the offensive line looked terrible. And I'm like the division they play in, the
Mhm.
Chargers defense is for real. Derwin James, Bosa, forgot the other guy. Like that same line like would get dominated by them and other teams in the league.
They were getting dominated by them last year.
Yeah, they took them to overtime.
Yeah.
First game. Yeah.
So you're saying the Chiefs should fear the Chargers?
oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
The Chargers are
No.
winning the division.
A team
Like the
with-
Chargers
a team,
are coming.
A team
The
with
Chargers' greatest weakness
a
is
team with a
unemployed now.
losing record. The Chiefs should fear a team with a losing record.
The Chargers' greatest weakness is unemployed.
Like their biggest problem was their coach. They got a new coach. Like they should be markedly better. Like they should be able to like when they go up by 17, they should be able to win that game.
So you're saying the Chargers are the favorites in the division?
Yes.
That's blasphemy.
This is
I'll give it
100%
to him.
blasphemy.
I'll give it to
That's
him.
blasphemy.
It's
I'll
money.
give it to
All
him.
right, all right. Put your money where your mouth is. Put some money in it.
Hold on,
I already
hold on.
did. I got money on it.
Hold on now. I said I
FanDuel got
give
my
it to
money
him.
on reserve for that one.
I'd say I was endorsing it.
I already endorsed it. FanDuel got my money there. And I can't wait to take theirs when it happens.
I just wouldn't be surprised if the
You put
Chiefs
the
were
Chargers
nowhere
winning
as
their
good as they
division?
were last
Yep.
year.
Can't wait to see you lose some money.
Shoot. I'll go through everybody I got winning their division.
Like I don't know. They've been to the AFC Championship game, Super Bowl. I just don't know if they can maintain that form and get back to the Super Bowl with the subtractions that have happened to their
You
team.
saw what happened to Russell Wilson.
That's fine.
Patrick Mahomes just
Patrick
got done
Mahomes
the
isn't
same.
Russell.
Yeah, Patrick
They
Mahomes
just
is
had the
with Russell
same
Wilson.
career path. Up to
Russell
this
Wilson
point,
didn't make
they-
it
no.
2 years in a row
Yes,
to the Super
They did
Bowl.
not have the same
Yeah,
career
he did.
Yeah.
path.
Did he?
Patrick
the
Mahomes.
Russell
Mahomes, and they
Wilson's
lost to the
second
Patriots.
year, he won the Super Bowl.
Okay,
Third year, he saw Tom Brady in the Super
Yeah.
Bowl.
but you can't say
Got beat.
Russell Wilson had the same start as Patrick Mahomes. We have never seen a quarterback start as great as Patrick Mahomes has.
His face.
I don't know. Like
What?
Russell Wilson, Tom Brady. But Mahomes got an MVP, but Brady had 2 Super Bowl wins, and Russell Wilson had a Super Bowl win too in his first 3 years. So he just has an MVP.
All right, you
So I've
want me
seen
to
other
start
quarterbacks with
AFC
pretty
or
strong.
NFC first?
What are you talking about? Your
Do
division?
Yeah.
NFC. Do NFC.
NFC, we got the Rams,
Okay. I
we got
agree
the
with you.
Bucks, the
Okay.
Packers,
Okay.
and Washington football team.
Okay, nothing blasphemous about that.
Yeah.
Exactly, because
That
these
sounds
are
pretty-
the
That sounds
winners.
pretty decent.
I could
In
live
the
with that.
AFC, we got the Bills,
Yes.
we got the Browns, we got the Colts, and we got the Chargers.
Okay, the Chargers is blasphemous.
No.
the Chargers.
The Bills?
That's-
No.
Well,
Y'all-
you-
Yeah,
y'all
the
third.
Bills 100%.
okay, I wouldn't put the Colts in there because we don't know how Carson Wentz will perform yet.
Carson Wentz for Frank Wright, they're gonna be all right.
I don't know. He might be very broken.
Exactly.
Like I think the Eagles.
Philip Rivers almost got them the division.
Yeah, but
No,
Philip
I'm-
Rivers wasn't mentally broken.
Yeah, like
He's
Carson
not
Wentz-
mentally broken now. He was just destroyed in.
We'll have to
Hey.
see.
Look at it this way though. You see, Carson got out of there. Eagles like Jalen. You're not our guy yet. We don't have anybody on the roster to compete with you, but they won't name him their starter.
Who?
It's a
the
culture
Eagles?
building.
The Eagles will not name him their starter.
Culture building.
No,
Gotta
they're
compete
talking
for your
about we'll
job.
go. They're talking about maybe drafting a quarterback in the top 10.
Oh, see, I missed that report. Yeah, they wild.
Like,
Never mind. They
Yeah,
don't build
no,
culture.
yeah.
that is not a Carson Wentz specific situation. The Eagles, that's an Eagles situation.
I think they just got rid of the coach and Carson Wentz. The GM is still there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I think he should.
That is strictly an Eagles problem. Like, you literally showed this man you're our quarterback by getting rid of Carson Wentz. And they're like, hey, we might go draft a quarterback.
Hey, they saw some
Top
people
5,
throwing,
top
like,
6.
hey,
Like,
he
we
might
might
not
go
be that
draft a
guy.
quarterback first round this year. I know you switched your number from 2 to 1, but you might still be number 2. You might not be number 1 for real.
They won't draft a quarterback though.
But the fact that they won't name him their starter, who else are they gonna say is their starter?
I mean,
Sudfeld?
I wouldn't commit to Jalen Hurts as well.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Who else
I
you
have
gonna
to see
commit to
more.
on the team though?
Who's the backup?
Yeah, but
they
you-
signed?
Sudfeld.
You can't
That
tell.
was the backup.
Did they sign someone else though?
I don't think so.
You can't tell a rookie quarterback this is your team now.
They did that last year with him,
No, they just gave him the starting job because Carson Wentz was a broken mess.
but they handed him the keys.
Yeah, but they didn't say you're our guy.
Yeah, they say finish the season.
They should have.
Right.
They're like,
that'd
finish
be
the
the
season.
wrong move.
They
Good
were
luck-
still
good
in
luck
the,
to
they were
you.
still in the playoff hunt though. So you can't say they
Yeah.
didn't give him the keys.
I mean, look at the division.
They were in
I
the
think
playoff
that
hunt.
says more about Carson than anything.
I don't know. I think that one, like the fact that they were still in the running for the division, speaks to Doug Peterson. Because the only reason why they were is because they had to tie. Like if they had that extra loss, they would have been in the running. But the tie kept them in the running. So I'm gonna give some credit to Dougie P on that.
I give Doug Peterson no credit.
None.
No.
Okay. I can't argue that. I can't.
But it's insane to not have a quarterback on the roster. To have a high draft pick saying you might go get a quarterback.
I mean, the Panthers are doing the same thing.
The Panthers got 2 quarterbacks on the roster right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's blasphemous to not commit to your quarterback if they haven't proved anything.
Yeah, but the way in which the Panthers have gone about it compared to the way that the Eagles have gone about it. The Panthers just got Sam Darnold on his last year on his contract. If he stinks this year, they don't owe him any money going forward. He's just gone. If he's really good this year, he has no loyalty to them. If a beautiful job comes open, he can just walk. So for the Panthers, it's more of an insurance policy. The Eagles, they got Jalen for 4 more years, if they want him. 3 under his rookie contract, and then the 5th year option if they want to take that. But and then Teddy, you was just taking Teddy as a game manager. So it's like financially, they're in 2 different situations.
So are you saying the Eagles should have said that Jalen Hurts is their quarterback?
Yeah.
I disagree.
If you get rid of
I
Carson Wentz,
disagree.
you get rid of Carson Wentz, you don't bring in anybody else. That man switched his number from 2 to 1. So something about that organization to him said he's their guy,
So
but they won't tell him he's their guy.
I read something like the switching to number one may have been less about being a number one quarterback and just the number came available because he did wear it in college. And he was like he wanted it back, and it became available to him or something.
I don't believe it.
I mean, that's what they were saying. That like that's the real reason.
I think
but
he's
was
trying
like,
to throw shade.
I thought it was a shade move too. But I read that story and I was like, okay, I guess because he did wear it in college. But I was like, I still feel like it's a shade move.
I think there's more shade around it than anything. Who was number one on the team?
I think it was some like a backup receiver or somebody. It was some position. Just some backup guy they released. So it became open. He was like, hey, let me get that.
Wait, so what's the thing going on with the numbers that Tom Brady was getting pissed about?
Oh, they're letting like receivers and tight ends and I think
Everybody's
linemen
gotten
and stuff
like
can,
looser numbers. Like,
you
so
can start using like tens
normally,
and single digits.
I think for like linebackers and stuff, it was like the 40s up until maybe the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could use those numbers. Now they can do like single digit numbers.
Oh hell no!
Like-
yeah, that's kind of dumb.
See, I don't care. It's whatever.
Yeah.
It's a number.
For me, it's like wear whatever number you want to wear.
Yeah.
If you have that, and his thing is like it's gonna be hard to identify who is who. If you have a hard time identifying who is who, like that has nothing to do with their number.
Yeah.
Well, given that like most players have played that their whole life in the NFL, like you've probably gotten used to with how fast the game moves, looking for a certain like, okay, I see this number, this and that, rather than like, is that my player? Like, who am I looking at in the face through the mask, through your face mask and your helmet? So that's probably what he's talking about.
It's more so looking at the defense though.
That's true.
Like he was talking about like linebackers being able to wear like single digits.
This what I'm saying, like
he
you
didn't
can
like
tell
that.
who
He said
it
it would be
is.
kind of like harder to identify who the like linebacker is. Hell no, it's the guy right in the fucking middle. He's staring you right in the face.
I kind of see where they're coming from.
See the guy use his brain, like it's that guy.
He has one of the greatest minds in football. Like, if he goes from being 54 to 4, is it really that big of a difference? Knowing him, he probably knows how to identify a dude by like a tattoo on his arm. He'll see like the letter R on a dude's arm. He'll be like, oh, I know who that is. That's a corner.
I mean, that's the corner.
He probably don't even have to. What is it like when they show like just somebody's eyes? It's like guess his celebrity.
Yeah.
He probably do that with the defense. He'll look at dude in his face. He don't even have to look at the jersey.
You said this way doing film studies. Just make sure you know what every
Oh,
player's on defense
I
is.
guarantee he overanalyzes everything.
That's wild.
He
Is that
probably,
taking place right away this coming season with the numbers?
you can pay to change.
Oh yeah, I
this
saw
year.
someone Dalvin Cook didn't want to pay $1 million or whatever. Like he had to
don't-
pay $1 million to change the number.
You have to pay for what's out there, like what they already have stocked in your current jersey number.
Yeah.
You have to pay for all that merchandise.
Oh yeah. That
If you
sucks.
want to change now,
That's
or you
funny.
can put in to change the next year,
Next year.
so that it like it's already going
Yeah,
to be
just wait
different
till next
stuff.
year. Keep that
Honestly.
million.
I mean, if it's that big of a deal to you, or hey, just ask for a trade.
Right.
Just trade you to a new team to switch numbers
Hey,
here.
can I have this number? Yeah. All right. Look, I want to go to
You have to pay $1.5 million for that number. I'd like a trade. It's open on the Packers. Can I go there?
That'd just be funny. Like next week, just a bunch of trade requests, just based on numbers. Like, yeah, I need to go play for the Lions. Like, why? I want number 22.
Lions become great overnight because they have every jersey number
Every-
available.
And we're like, we'll make cuts for you guys.
He goes. They just go. I like their colors. They got my number. Like, let's send
Win.
it.
All right, let's go win.
Jared Goff over there with that fat contract. He like, hey, I will buy this jersey from the dude that's currently wearing it. You come over here and play for me.
It might not even be like that. Like the organization see who it is. Like, hey, go cut that guy.
Like, hey, you. That's not your number anymore.
What do you
Why?
mean? You don't play here.
This dude's coming. Oh, okay. Give me whatever number.
But that also makes me laugh when you got dudes like when Tom Brady was switching to Tampa
Mm-hmm.
and Godwin had the number. It's like, hey, that's Tom Brady. He gotta have that. I'm not 12 no more. That's 12.
I ain't gonna lie, when the switch made, I saw it. I was like, I'm pretty sure Chris Godwin was 12 last year. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm 90% sure. Then I was like, he was. I wasn't crazy.
I don't know. If somebody great comes to your team,
You gotta give up the number.
if you're
Yeah.
not next level,
I mean, Michael Pittman didn't give up his number.
I was gonna say you like got somebody great. I was like Carson Wentz ain't great.
Yeah.
I think Michael Pittman thinks he's a lot better than he is, though.
I mean, I see him making a jump next year, making a splash.
I don't know because he didn't give Carson Wentz that number. That might be the
Yeah,
his
but
I don't think
Carson.
Carson
Carson
cares.
liked the number change, though.
Yeah,
Was he
Yeah.
number 1 or number 2 now?
he's number 2. 1
He's
plus
number
1
two.
equals 2 because he was 11, so he went 2.
Yeah. But I think he said he wore number 2.
North
Like
Dakota
early on.
or high school?
North Dakota is where he switched to 11.
So
But
maybe
that was
high
more
school.
like he was given number 11 to
Mm.
wear instead of like him being able to pick it for real.
2 is a colder number.
It's cool.
I can live with
Yeah, Derek Jeter.
You will never
that.
Draft is in 4 days.
Yeah, Thursday night.
Trevor Lawrence definitely going number 1.
He has to.
Zach Wilson is a lock for 2.
This is the perfect Jets
We gonna
pick.
watch it Thursday?
Oh, yeah. I'll be up.
Who do we think goes 3?
They said that the 49ers are already set on who they're taking. I think they'll take Mac Jones. I think they'll stay in the same situation they're in right now.
You think it's Mac Jones as well?
Yeah. I feel like they're gonna just go. Yeah, take Mac Jones.
Me too.
I don't know why Kyle Shanahan's so in love with Mac Jones, but
I won't question Shanahan. He's had a great career.
I'm a question it.
I'm a
'cause
question.
Oh, that's because you guys love Justin Fields.
It ain't about
Hey.
loving Justin Fields. Like
Yeah.
I'm
But
questioning
it's
Shanahan.
also
and
the
just watched
one-
two Super Bowls.
100%.
The one question mark that you had on Jimmy Garoppolo, this guy's bringing in with him.
It was one throw, chill.
It was
Hey,
the biggest throw.
That was the biggest throw of his career, of Kyle Shanahan's career. It was the biggest throw of all their career. And then the one pro day that he goes to for Mac Jones, he throws like 10 of those.
He's looking at the
Throw
draft
him
list.
over. He threw him
Yeah.
under, and then Justin Fields pro day. Money.
Do we
money,
think
money.
Atlanta takes a quarterback?
I think they
Or
get Kyle
Kyle
Pitts.
Pitts?
Yeah, I think they're rolling with Matty Ice,
I don't know.
Yeah.
which is fine. I don't love Matty Ice, but I don't
I
think he's
think-
completely finished.
I think if Justin Fields is on the board and I'm Atlanta, I'd take that.
I'll say one thing I think could be awesome for Atlanta. Get Kyle Pitts in the first round. Kyle Trask is there in the second. Get Kyle
Yeah.
Trask.
Yeah.
You could.
There's no super high expectations for him to succeed right away. And he's got who was already his security blanket at Florida and Kyle Pitts
Mm-hmm.
there. So like
Yeah, I like that.
when they go through like rookie mini camp or OTAs or whatever it is,
Mhm.
like they're working together.
Kyle Pitts will have a year to develop under Matt Ryan too.
I always feel like it works out well when you get a quarterback and receiver duo that's already worked together.
Yeah.
So
They got like a
Especially if
safety.
you're looking for like big moves out of your quarterback early.
So should the Bengals draft Jamar Chase?
No,
You said you like quarterback
No.
receiver.
I do, but the Bengals got
Do
way
we think?
bigger
Do
problems.
we think they draft Jamar Chase?
No.
I hope they don't.
I
Make
think
that mistake.
I see it happening.
After
you
no,
can't.
because after that Joe Burrow picture came out, you just
I
saw
mean,
a
it's the Bengals,
huge
though.
cut
I
down
don't.
his leg.
The Bengals don't make smart moves.
He did. He like recreated his national championship video where he was puffing on the cigar,
Yeah.
but this time he had that big ass cut from where they had to repair his knee.
Ew.
It was right at the forefront of that picture. There's no way.
So you don't think they draft Jamar?
No,
No.
I think they do.
no.
You
I don't.
can't.
I don't like the move, but I see it happening.
Like that's indefensible. Like your rookie quarterback who's supposed to be generational just had his season ended because your offensive line, one, is terrible. Two, he didn't always get the ball away, but the offensive line terrible.
Yeah, the offense line.
If you
stinks.
don't go sure that up, somebody gotta lose a job.
With a dude that is absolutely phenomenal in Panay Sewell,
Mhm.
you need that man.
Number one on everybody's board.
Unless they pull like a, what is that movie, Draft Day or whatever? Where the dude turns like
Oh, I never watched that movie.
his
That would be good.
he ends up with like 3 first-round picks and a star receiver. Hey, if you can do that,
That's what the Dolphins did.
go for it. Yeah. If the Bengals can find a way to do that, get Sewell and Jamar Chase, all right. But they'll have to sell the whole team to make that happen.
Yeah. So back to the quarterbacks. We have Lawrence, Wilson, and Jones. Who is
Trey
Lance going
and
fourth?
Fields. I don't know where he would go.
Right.
So if those 3 go first, The next landing spot for a quarterback will probably be the Panthers.
So Cincinnati might take Jamar Chase or Penei Sewell. The next is Miami Dolphins. I think they stick with Tua. They don't get a quarterback.
They're gonna get him a weapon. They'll get either Jamar Chase or
Yes, sir.
one of the boys from Alabama.
Yeah, Kyle
Detroit
Pitts
Lions
right
have the 7th pick.
I don't see him drafting a quarterback.
No,
I mean-
no, the Lions, no.
They're
I mean, they
gonna
have
want
Jared
it.
Goff.
because Jared Goff contract.
Yeah.
Do we think? Oh, that's true.
It's his
contract is so
contract.
bad.
You're not gonna pay
Yeah,
a
okay.
first round
That's
quarterback.
true.
Yeah, because that's
They may take
That's a lot
somebody
of money.
later on, but you're not getting a first round.
Carolina
quarterback.
Panthers 8th pick.
I've
they
heard
just
their
went
name
with
come
Sam Darnold,
up.
Yeah,
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 they
but
just
they're
got
not
Sam
committed to
Darnold.
much with Sam. Again,
that's
you have to
true.
think about your future.
they may not be
That
committed.
is where I would take a Trey Lance.
We'll see.
You
I
have a first round quarterback, and you have a game manager on the roster already.
that's
Go
good
get a
quarterback.
dude with a million question marks.
so.
Roll with Darnold. I like Darnold.
That's what I was gonna
I
say. So
don't
like, what
hate
if
Darnold.
Darnold is good,
Yeah.
and now you've drafted like Trey Lance? Like, what do you do?
Then you're fine because that rookie deal is not too much.
That's
The rookie deal is not too expensive.
But I just don't know if you can recoup what you just spent for Trey Lance. Because you're gonna like, we haven't seen him play. You took him. Like, I don't know if they're gonna get back a high first round pick for Trey Lance at that point. If Sam
I don't think
Darnold
they
proves to be
will,
good.
but you gotta also think if they don't get anything, if they don't get a contract done with Sam Darnold this year, which I don't think they will.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're gonna want to see him play first.
yeah.
You're gonna want to see him finish the season. So if you wait till the end of the year, he's gone. He can leave if he wants. He has nothing restricting him.
Well, he can leave if somebody else wants him.
The only, I mean, if he plays good, they
Yeah,
could
yeah. Okay,
franchise
he
him,
plays
couldn't they?
I guess
Could
so.
maybe tag him, but I don't see them tagging him if they see what they want out of like their backup.
So do you think the Panthers draft Trey Lance?
I could see them taking Trey Lance
Mhm.
if they're committed to Darnold for this year.
I personally don't see them taking the quarterback.
Yeah, I don't either. Because I really think Trey Lance
think
goes
you
to
would.
Atlanta.
Conventional wisdom would say get people to help Darnold. Sound like Wiseman's leg.
Right.
But yeah, I think conventional wisdom would say get people to help Darnold
Yeah.
or get people to help on defense.
Yeah.
But seen crazier things happen.
Number 9 pick is the Denver Broncos.
They need a quarterback.
Yeah. I think that's where we see the next quarterback drafted.
Yeah, but I think
Honestly.
they'll mess around and take like Kellen Mond or Kyle Trask. They are not good with quarterbacks.
I think they
They are
take.
not.
I think they take Trey Lance.
I could see them taking Trey Lance.
I don't know. I just feel like Trey Lance goes number 4 to Atlanta because you're gonna keep Matt Ryan at least another year.
I think they
I don't.
they
see,
do something to help Matt Ryan.
Yeah. I
But
don't
he's
see
at
that.
the end of his career. I honestly feel like he doesn't have brighter days ahead for his career. I just don't.
Yeah, but with as talented as their roster is on offense, like
Mhm.
just load it up.
So I mean, if you draft Kyle Pitts at 4, you have Pitts, Ridley.
They don't really have a
Jones.
great tight end.
They have Hayden Hurst.
They've got
They got
Hayden
really
Hurst is
good
good.
receivers.
Hayden Hurst is good.
I like Hayden Hurst.
He is, but I mean, 2 tight ends are better than 1 for sure.
That's true.
And you can use Pitts in a lot of different ways.
Yes. Yeah.
You can line him out wide.
This is an interesting draft
Mm-hmm.
because there's so many possibilities.
I think it
There's
could
so many
really be
superstars.
like
I know. Well, potential.
the
Potential,
quarterback
yeah.
situation. I
We
think
don't
it could
know.
be like when Rodgers and Alex Smith went.
Mm-hmm.
Like Alex Smith goes 1 when it was like a big question mark who should go 1. And then Rodgers doesn't go till 20.
Yeah.
So it's like I think once you get past those first 4, if only 3 quarterbacks go, I think the other 2 will sit for a while.
So you don't see Denver taking the quarterback, or
I could see them taking a quarterback because they don't seem too sold on Drew Lock.
no? I don't think anyone is. I think they take Trey Lance, for sure. Next pick is the the Dallas Cowboys at number 10, which I don't think they 100% not taking the quarterback.
No. Not one that you just signed.
Not for
Yeah.
that contract.
Certain. You gotta go get your corner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You gotta go get a
you
corner.
have to help that defense.
But if Kyle Pitts is available,
Kyle Pitts is not
no,
available.
he won't
He's
be.
not.
But
Because if he doesn't go to Atlanta, he's going to Miami.
Yeah.
Because they already went and got
Yeah.
Fuller, so they're like, we need a tight
but at
end.
the rare chance, take Kyle Pitts.
Wait, Fuller's in
No, it
Miami
would still
now?
be a bad.
Yeah,
pick
Will
for
Fuller
them.
is in Miami.
It would still be a bad pick for them.
Be terrible. I mean, their offense will put up 40, but then they lose 41-40 because the defense
That's fine.
would just let everybody slower.
At least they'll be fun to watch.
No.
No,
I'd rather win than be fun to watch.
I like it when the Cowboys win. It just keeps everything happy.
Well, they haven't won much, so.
I know, that's why I like
Which
that.
makes me
So
very happy.
Yeah,
They
it's very
stay-
But they
nice.
didn't have
He's just-
Dak, so.
True.
They stunk before that.
Hey, they went 8-8.
Woo!
Thank you.
They
After
celebrate.
those wins are Dak's.
So number 11, New York Giants.
They're not taking a quarterback.
I think they're sold on Danny Dimes.
Oh, yeah.
Which I
He's
don't
a savage.
I don't hate Danny Dimes, but I don't love Danny Dimes.
I think he's just still maturing.
He's okay.
They're gonna keep giving him the benefit of the doubt while Saquon gets hurt every year though.
Yeah, for sure. They'll ride that until they
I don't
can't
know.
ride it no more.
I think Daniel Jones is just maturing right now. I think he'll
He
turn
turns
into
the ball
a
over
pretty
too much.
decent quarterback. If
He's
still
getting
goes
better,
right.
but I mean he's always got the built-in excuse that
Saquon wasn't in the backfield.
the key piece to your offense is
It's
gone
gone,
every
yeah.
year.
Whereas their offense looks good with Saquon,
They're very young.
Galladay, Sterling Sharp. You got Evan Ingram there.
They're very
They'll
young.
be a good team to watch.
That's a prove it. Like if Daniel Jones goes out there and looks bad with all that, think about we need a new quarterback.
Number 12 is the Eagles. Is that where we see Justin Fields taken?
If Justin Fields is still on the board at 12,
He still will be. I see him free falling, dude.
I will cry if he goes to the Eagles.
I think
Because
they
that
stick with Jalen.
organization
It does suck.
sucks.
the
Which
latest-
makes me very happy.
Wow.
I don't like the Eagles. It's the
Like,
one
I don't
team I
either.
hate. I don't
Yeah.
hate teams, but I hate the Eagles.
Man.
Next pick is the Chargers at 13. They're definitely not taking the quarterback.
They'll probably go defense.
Yeah.
Or they'll go O-line.
True. They could
But
do
they
that.
have one of the better offensive lines in the league, so
Yeah,
I mean that one you probably go best available.
for sure.
Yeah, best available. Might end up with a running back.
They got running backs.
That's true.
So
That
they
kinda-
don't-
that kind of sad.
They got like what 3?
Yeah.
They have Austin Eckler. I don't even remember the names anymore. I saw so many running backs in that
I
team.
mean Eckler's showing that he's a pretty good running back.
Yeah,
Best. Their team is pretty complete.
You probably go defense there.
Defensive, offensive line.
Get like a
'cause you could never-
linebacker or get you a corner or something.
remember when the Bucks drafted a
Um,
kicker in the second round? Roberto
Yeah.
Aguayo something like, and he didn't even last in the league.
In college he was
Yeah.
he was on point in college
Oh, man.
though.
Don't go
I think
drafting kickers
He
early.
missed like one kick in college
Mhm.
for 4 years. What happened?
Roles just
Yeah,
different
who knows,
pressure.
dude?
You got
Roles
drafted
was different.
second. That's what
Yeah,
happened.
the pressure was
Too
on.
much pressure.
Yeah.
Like they were expecting him to hit like 80-yard field goals to win games.
They said, "Hey, we ain't getting nowhere. It's all up to you."
So the Chargers is the Vikings at 14.
Vikings defense all the way.
J.C. Horn.
They have to address defense. I don't care what position it is, because their whole defense is ghost town.
Gotcha.
They got Harrison Smith. I think their D line's okay.
Yeah,
So you go linebacker or secondary.
you definitely got to address the defense, I think.
That was their biggest issue last year.
Yeah,
They're getting blown out.
because Kirk Cousins is gonna put up 40 points to win you games.
No.
Hey,
Kirk Cousins can manage a game and win you one, but
And Dalvin Cooks.
He's a top 10 quarterback. Based
No,
on the numbers.
no,
Based
no,
on
no,
his
no,
numbers,
no,
he was a
no,
top 10 quarterback.
no.
Stop.
I would have said that before last season.
You heard Justin Jefferson in the back of the end zone.
Yeah,
Throw the ball. Throw the ball.
I hope we see
Throw the
it.
ball, Kirk.
See, because I like the team. I like Thielen. I like Jefferson. I like Cook. I like Cousins. Not a lot of people do, but I think Cousins is a good quarterback. I don't think he's great.
Well, yeah, he's not bad.
He's top 16 in the
You
league.
can put him top 15.
Top 15.
Numbers
All
are
right,
top 10.
Number
though.
15.
We're going to cut it at 15, but who's got the 15th pick?
New England Patriots.
If Fields on the board,
Is that where you
he's
take-
taken.
Is that
Like,
where you take Fields?
if he's
If
on
he's
the board,
on
yeah.
the board, they ain't going to hesitate to take him.
Yeah, because like,
You ain't going to get a ball to Stidham.
yeah.
I mean, Cam Newton's still there.
COVID Cam out
COVID
there.
Cam.
I don't-
COVID cam.
I think, Cam's working, so.
But
I think
I
Cam-
think for the
I think
future, you
Cam's
go
still
and get Justin
good, but-
Fields.
Yeah, you only got Cam for like 1 or 2 years.
But I
Cam, I don't know.
don't know. I just don't
like
think
him.
the NFL would let that happen. Because they saw what Bill Belichick did with Tom Brady, and they're like, Justin Fields is great. He might be able to not do the same thing, but do great things with him. So I think the league, somebody's going to take
Okay,
Justin
so
Fields.
if they can't get Fields because he's already gone, you're
He won't
probably
be gone.
looking at somebody like Mac Jones still being available.
Fields will be the last quarterback.
And for Mac Jones to go from Nick Saban to Bill Belichick, there ain't really no change there.
That's true.
They're the same kind of coach, so it's like I think all his positives will transition over.
Yeah.
And I think wasn't Josh McCown or McDaniels, he'll be able to work on the weaknesses. I think he's still a decent coach.
Yeah.
Offensive coordinator anyways. Maybe not a head coach.
I think that's where Fields probably goes. If not, I see the Raiders taking him at 17.
John Gruden will draft every quarterback possible if he can.
Derek
If you
Carr.
gave John Gruden 5 picks in the first round back to back, he would take 5 quarterbacks. Just so he could make sure he got one great quarterback.
Hey, got to do what you got to do, huh?
Like when the Bills cut Nate Peterman,
Who's the Bears draft?
the Raiders signed him instantly.
The Bears don't have a first round pick. Oh, yes, they do. They had number 20. Sorry.
You know that was part of the trade because
Yeah. I don't know who they'll
Bears would be picking
knows?
top 10. if
Maybe they take another
Bills
tight end
there,
again.
Yeah.
Have 10 on the roster. The Bears stink, dude. Their
Yeah.
whole front office is terrible.
Made it to the playoffs.
They'll be the ones who draft a kicker first
Made it to the
round.
playoffs. we
Defense
beat the
is-
Vikings and we beat the Lions. Like,
Defense is legendary.
Bears gonna draft a kicker first round.
Yeah, they'll do something stupid. Sounds like the Bears.
yeah, their management is just fucking garbage.
At least you got a great
What
head
if-
coach.
What if Justin Fields drops to number 20?
Everything, the whole coaching
Why is
staff
this man
and
dropping so
management
far?
staff of the Bears is just in shambles.
I don't think he's lasting past 4.
I don't
at the
think he
moment.
You don't
goes-
think Justin Fields?
I don't think he goes outside the top 10.
I think he does. 100%.
I don't think he does.
I put 100 on that.
Oh my-
Easy.
Wow.
Put 100 on it. Put 100 on it.
Put 100 on it.
I still got money on him being the first pick.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
At the start of last season, I put down he was number 1 pick.
Hey,
Then
Phil,
Zach Wilson killed your dreams. That's why you hate him. You put money on it.
Zach Wilson ain't killed nothing.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence being Trevor Lawrence has killed that.
I mean, Trevor Lawrence had how many turnovers?
But I mean, he's the most prototypical
I personally
modern
don't.
day quarterback.
I
in the
personally
NFL.
don't see it, but
Right.
I mean, he's super tall. He's got a good amount of weight on him. He's mobile.
Overrated.
what's his face was tall too? Brock Osweiler. He was what 6'7".
Yeah, but Brock Osweiler's Brock Osweiler.
I don't know. I just look at Trevor Lawrence. I'm like, as a freshman, you won.
I also don't trust
And then-
Urban Meyer at
You
Jacksonville.
just kind of haven't gotten back to that.
It
these next
seems
few
like
years.
he's building good relationships there,
I just never.
and I think
Unless
from
he does
what
another
I've understood
scandal.
about like the transition from college to NFL coaching is a lot of them trying to be a dictator,
Yeah.
and you got grown ass men with a lot of money that you're trying to yell at.
Yeah, money,
But he's also said that
wives.
he's kind of like he's not really looking to control everything. He just, as the coach, overseeing like what his offensive coordinator's doing, what his DC's doing. Like obviously he's gonna put in his input, like
Mhm.
he's gonna do all that, but he doesn't sound like he really wants to control everything.
Makes sense. What do you got coordinators for if you just gonna
Yeah, why do you
Take all the
hire
shots.
somebody as an offensive coordinator if you're just gonna take over that job?
yeah?
That's why I don't understand when you hire a head coach to call plays.
Tell
True.
Matt Nagy that he's calling plays for the Bears.
You saw he had to give it up.
Rest in peace, Chicago.
He gave it up and then he's like, oh, back.
Yeah, he's back.
So,
Hooray.
there goes our
If you want,
season.
to
Yeah.
call plays, don't be a head coach.
Yeah, be a
You got
coordinator.
to work on everything else. You can't just call plays.
There
You
goes-
should be
there goes
like-
our season.
You should
Yeah.
be like a manager.
Yeah.
You should be a manager. Like, make sure everybody else is doing
Sucks
their
as that
job.
too.
Yeah,
I know.
he's-
That's why you're the head coach. Not
I'm
a
surprised he
offensive
hasn't
or
been
defensive
fired.
He
coordinator.
should have been fired. You should have fired Nagy and kept Trubisky.
I look
Yes.
I look at like the head coach as like you got to be a general manager
Mhm.
and you own multiple like properties. Like, cause you hire a property manager.
Yeah.
That's your offensive coordinator. That's your DC. I'm the
Special
GM. I'm gonna
teams,
just
all
come in. Hey, you up the code? Oh, this wrong. We're gonna fix this.
After
Like,
the
but
game,
I'm
I'll
gonna
be
let you
able to
run.
fix it.
Like, I'm gonna let you run your store though. Like, I'm gonna let you run your scheme. It's gonna match what I want to do overall. But I ain't gonna tell you what to do.
Yes.
I mean, you're gonna hire people that you already like click with, anyways.
Someone should tell Nagy what to do.
Nagy should be retired.
He should just be fired, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
he should be
God,
fired.
I'm so tired of him.
Yeah.
So is Chicago. No one in Chicago likes him. Nobody's ever saying, "Oh, give him." No, fuck that. We're all saying, "Get him out."
I mean, yeah.
But
After
I
what he
mean,
did with Trubisky last
What's
year.
different about Chicago than what they've always been?
Yeah, that's true.
Their offense has always sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always been legendary defenses in Chicago. That's it.
The greatest thing that ever happened to their offense was
Robinson.
no, he stinks.
Allen
You're
Robinson?
crazy.
I like Rob.
I don't know. I think their group of receivers, you put them on a team with like any other like top level quarterbacks, I think 2 out of the 3 are number
It depends. Is Matt Nagy still gonna be the coach?
No, they going to
Because
new
they gonna
teams
stink.
completely.
They gonna stink.
They get new coach.
Hey,
coordinator,
we'll get
quarterback.
you Tom Brady, but Matt Nagy calling the plays.
I don't even think that'll last. 'Cause I think Tom Brady look at him like
I think Tom
on
Brady
the
would
side.
Be like,
Tom Brady would be the coach.
Tom Brady will look at him. And
He'll
be
take
like,
his
"You be
job."
quiet."
Yeah, just like he did with Bruce Arians.
He goes, "This is my team. You be quiet."
Hey, I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain.
Tom's gonna show up with all the rings. He'll be like, Matt Nagy, sit down.
Matt Nagy, where's
Before I
yours?
smack you with
When
his
you're trying,
ring.
when you're trying to hold practice and you're trying to tell them what to do, Tom Brady's just like, so like I said, just kind of rings out there like.
Throw his arm over his shoulder,
He
put the rings out.
throws the
front
arm over his
leg.
shoulder, and then he taps him on the chest with the other rings, and he's like, "I got this."
No, he gonna turn him around so the fat part of the ring hit him in the chest.
Funny.
This could be you, but you playing. This could be us, but you playing.
Bro, what if he would have posted that 7th Super Bowl ring and like Captain Bill in there? Like that could have been us, but she was playing.
I think he's more likely to throw shade at Pat.
Well, that's all I've got, boys.
Him and Mahomes got their little feud, but yeah.
Oh, when you said Pat, I was thinking something else.
No,
I'm talking about, okay.
Mahomes.
I got you. Well,
Hey, we're gonna be going long next week.
Next week's gonna be a
Full-
long.
next
one for
week
the
is
full
draft show.
Draft.
Breakdown up until wherever we're sitting. I think that should be day 3 or day 4 of the draft. So
yeah, Sunday. Yeah, so.
go through a full first round breakdown and then team grades after the draft
Yep.
overall.
Yep. So that's what's on the plate for next week, guys. But that's the end of today's show. Tune in next week. See you.